just to get set up and started.
Yeah, so
Put it on Twitter, etc., etc.
etc. etc. You play on
Mm-hmm.
Twitter. I'm going to get up really quick and I'm going to grab um a thing.
I can't believe you're abandoning me again.
No, sometimes you pass out and then you do not wake up because you are still sleeping.
I can't believe it.
It is not um my fault. Sometimes you pass out. I'm used
Oh, I didn't type in the title again. Fuck. Okay, it's fine.
to. Sometimes the
Oh.
turtle wears miters, murders, murders on the Yangtze.
Are you okay? Do you need a minute?
I will get up real quick. I am going to grab two things and then I will be back and everything will be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Clicky, 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 clicky. Stop. I know my storage is running out. Don't talk to me. Clicky, clicky, clicky. My orb. Not my orb, my cube. My cube. believe Chi has abandoned me. I can't believe I sit here alone, my island, waiting for she to return. Because not only did she sleep and forget about me, but now she's abandoned me to go do whoever knows what. I cannot believe it. It's shocking. It's horrible. It's dreadful. I just sit here with my fidget cube, staring off into the distance. Long it's got shush. Phone.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello, welcome back. I've missed you. I thought you abandoned me forever.
No, I promise I did not pass out again. I got grapes and I got a fork and then I also got rice because I was like, this is a good idea.
That is certainly a meal.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I will try not to, but I can't make any promises.
Sometimes a meal consists of, I'm going to eat rice with stew, and then you're like, should I eat the grapes now or should I eat the grapes later? And then your brain goes, grapes now, even though you're planning to just eat the cookie.
Okay.
I have rice, grapes, and the cookie.
Can I have cookie?
That depends.
On what?
Are you my friend?
Yeah, I'm your friend.
Okay, good.
Was there anything that led you to believe that I'm not your friend?
No.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too. And I am, in fact, your friend.
You can have part of cookie.
Okay, can I have half a cookie?
No.
Oh, but I thought it was your friend.
Yeah, but have you considered that I know that you would get really sick if I gave you 6 inches of half of a foot? No.
You.
If I gave you half of a foot-long cookie, which is 6 inches.
I think you underestimate my powers and my abilities.
Yes, but have you considered that I want to eat the cookie? I will just buy you another foot-long cookie instead. This would be easier.
All right.
And also would also help with the fact that the cookie has been sitting out for like 4 hours. Which doesn't really matter because it's a cookie, but like, theoretically.
Okay. I understand.
I love you.
I love you too. Also completely unrelated. Just a thing I forgot to mention today.
Yeah.
My friend told me how much I would have hypothetically made this year. And granted, I don't know if I worked every month of this year. There might have been.
Yeah.
But I think I did. But, well, even then, I didn't. But my friend was informing me or reminding me that of how much I made this year. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, man, technically I don't make enough to technically live in Texas. Technically, if we're being technical, I don't actually make as much as I'm supposed to. And for a brief second, I was just like, why am I the only one not like broke then? And then I remembered I'm spoiled and I don't technically pay for all of my bills ever. So I'm sure I also do not have student loan debts. So it was like, yeah, I guess that does contribute, doesn't it? But fucking
it's fine.
But I had that moment where I was just like, oh. But I'm like, even still though, sometimes I'm just like, I feel like there's a weird cognitive dissonance between the amount of money I technically make on paper versus like
how much is in your account.
Yeah, versus how much I just have after rent, like every month. But I mean, granted, I also do have to. My taxes don't get taken out of that, So I'm sure that
Yeah.
contributes a little bit, because I have to pay all of my taxes all at once at the same time, which is always a much heftier cost. But and then I also doesn't technically consider extra work I do outside of the main thing that I do. So I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, I guess it would make sense, and I guess it would still be manageable. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Even if it's the website can say whatever it wants, we'll make it. We're gonna
And to be
ignore
fair,
it. Yeah,
I wasn't calculating my taxes in there either. So like
true.
luckily for me, I don't have to worry about tax being taken out all like my tax gets taken out as I go through, so it's fine.
Yeah,
But like, I could have my whole thing also was the fact that remember that I have weird payments because
you
I work in
do.
two different states. So it's like, okay, this is calculating based on the one state.
Yeah,
If I was in just Texas and
yeah.
I was working for
What's
a
the
year,
if you
this
we're
theoretically.
obviously
Yeah.
streaming, but if you want to illustrate, how much do you make? What's the comparison of like between New York and
Hmm.
Texas?
So obviously, payment's weird. So it's like the blah 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 blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like also because minimum wage in New
Yeah,
York is
yeah.
a lot higher.
Oh yeah. But
So
the cost of living is
theoretically,
also higher, so
cost of living is also higher.
theoretically, but yeah, no, it's
So
definitely
I make
higher.
technically more money in Texas than I do in New York. Um,
Oh my god,
anyway,
that's kind of crazy, actually.
yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. But so instead, I work in New York. I am paid $3 more,
Hmm.
but like, yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean
Very,
that's
very much a
interesting.
thing of
Yeah. Did I? It did make me go live. Okay, just making sure that.
and then also I'm also being paid weekly
Mm-hmm.
instead of bi-weekly, which is always so
Yeah.
weird too. But
Super. No, I'm like being paid weekly, man, is just such a fucking. I mean, like I had to be paid. With my original comic thing, I would only get paid at the end of the month, like. So I wouldn't even get paid like bi-weekly. I got paid like monthly. But no, but fucking getting paid. So now I get paid weekly, and man, I understand why it is so highly sought after now.
I mean, I've gotten used to it, so it's usually fine. It's more of the thing of like, mainly because what I do instead of using my debit card, I tend to use my credit card for everything, and then just transfer money over to like immediately after payday, going like, okay,
Yeah.
here's like most of that check into
Yeah, I
there.
need to get a
Okay,
fucking
then I'm
credit
moving.
card before my dad fucking gets on my ass again about it.
Bark. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay. Anyway.
Well, listen, I'm like, because my thing is, my dad really wants me to because he wants me to like build credit, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've asked my mom about it. My mom insists that like no, because I should already have good credit because technically I
Yeah.
do have a credit card, but it's not. I don't think she understands what I mean when I
Right.
say I need a credit card because it's technically linked to her account, not. It's
Yeah.
basically the card I have in case I have to pay for something that my mom will want me to pay for, but or like will want to pay for herself. But the
Yeah, which is completely fair, and I think it's a smart idea to parents to do that of like having a credit card
yeah
under their kid's name while they're young, so they can
yeah, and
have a good credit score and everything, and have be able to do stuff like that. But also having a credit card for yourself for you to make purchases is also very nice.
yeah, and I'm like I need to because I would probably still use my debit card anyway because I get very paranoid and I would get very paranoid if I forget to like pay something off. But like uh
You know
but
about my reason with my credit card.
yes,
As a man.
absolutely. God. But I'm like, I need to just get one so my dad just doesn't But I also just need to check what my credit score is, because I need to confirm whether or not what my mom says is right, because obviously if we're going to move out, we kind of need to know. But then again, that's going to be a whole thing, because it's probably going to have to be that, like, it's mainly one person or someone who does it. But
Which,
I don't know.
My credit score is great, I think.
We'll just
it's either great or good.
I mean, my only thing is I would have a hard time, like, if I put my name on something by myself, I would have a hard time because I don't have an on paper, like, actual job. Like, I don't have a job that an apartment person would like to see when I'm applying for, because they're like, you know, because I can't guarantee whether or not I'll be making the exact amount of money I need to be making every month. But technically I can get around that because, I mean, obviously for where I'm living right now, my mom co-signs, so, like, you know, so she can get, so I can work off of that, but still, but yeah, we're just gonna have to figure out places and what we can
Again,
find.
it's still really funny to me looking at me like, yes, I am the money maker, Mom. I'm like, no, I'm not, I promise, guys. I'm just tired, and it's so much easier to unfocus at work than unfocus at home and then sleep for 8 hours.
You work hard and you make the money.
But also, have you considered,
you are the breadwinner.
Specifically, there is a time where I was like, I don't want to be in class, so I'm picking up more shifts at work because I don't want to do this.
Well, that's okay. I mean, again, you worked hard for it. That's why I'm like, I want you to be able to keep that job because it works really well for you. Yeah. And that's also why I'm like, if all goes well and I end up needing a job, I'm gonna be like, Chitaba.
It's okay. That's okay. You just have to, you know, sit there sometimes when drama happens.
That's okay. I mean, again,
But also the drama is not that bad usually.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, every work, I mean, even my own workplace, even though virtual, has drama sometimes. Like, that's just sort of a part of life. But I'm like, the stories you've told me about your work and stuff have been like, I've heard of other stuff that's happened, obviously, like with my friends and their work that I won't say because I'm on stream, obviously. But like, the difference is just like there's just such a difference between like, yes, there is a yes, it is the annual drama that is happening like at work for the next few months, versus like normal workplace drama you would see in like a sitcom versus like, I am miserable and I hate this job and I wish I could be anywhere else. But I'm like, because that's probably what I'm gonna go ahead.
Like, there's things I haven't told you, mainly because of other reasons that I can tell you later, but it's really funny sometimes with me looking at this and being like, yeah, okay. Me just, like, picking up a piece of paper, reading it, then putting the piece of paper back down and continuing going, okay. Or me just, like, going, patting someone on the back, going, like, yeah, okay. And then continuing going with my day. So, again, I like working now. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm so glad. No, that's why we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it happen. And I'm hoping we can get Caleb a job.
Yeah.
I have to imagine we could, because there's so many more like. He has a good resume for stuff like that, and also there's just so much more places to work over there than. Presumably.
It's just again the thing of like, transportation's a thing, but like
well, he has a vehicle, and he hopefully, I don't want to knock on wood, I'm not going to jinx it, he hopefully might be getting an even better vehicle sometime soon, which would be a godsend. No, but yeah, transportation's just going to be the main thing.
That's just going to be an issue for me specifically.
We're going to figure it out.
But like, it's okay, because you know, sometimes that's how it is.
No, literally, so like, this it probably isn't going to happen after, like, I watched it all go down or whatever, but like, whenever, so like, my brother wrecked the car and it ended up getting totaled. From everything I heard, it should not have been totaled. Like, that was absolutely like, the insurance company was like too lazy to give a shit. They just totaled it.
Yikes.
Which, no, from what I heard, it's like, it was drivable. It wasn't unrepairable. It was just that they just for some reason decided that they're not going to bother, which sucks because it was a very nice car. So my mom and him went to get him a new car, and they didn't really have a whole lot of options. So they basically got him like, you know, another Kia, and it's another like, and it's an SUV type, where my brother would more prefer the, what are they called? I forget. You know, the cars that are lower to the ground, that kind of car.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's like he would more prefer that. So it was like my mom talking about the car being just like, you would like that car. And I'm like, yeah, I'd probably like that car or whatever. And then of course you've now seen the car, and I'm like, yeah, I would like that car. But my mom was even like making a joke of just like, well, maybe if you move back here, we get Tyler like an actual, like a car that he more wants, and then we give you that car instead of yours. And I was just like, and then I give my car to Chinema. And then Chinema has a car. Granted, now I don't think that's going to end up happening because I've now been in the car with Tyler, and he loves it. Like he only had good things to say about it. He was just like, yeah, I would prefer this, but I like this car's really, really nice. And I was just like, yeah, he's probably not going to, especially not if he knows it's going to be given to me. So it's like, he's such, granted, I should say, I don't know now because he's changed in the past year, and I mean that positively, but like he's becoming a different person in a way I never would have expected. But like I know there's a time where it's like, I just don't know if it's still like this or not, where even if he was like, hey, we're gonna get you a new car again, like if you just told him that, he probably would be down for it. But there's a time where I know that if he was told, and then we're gonna give it to Morgan, he'd be like, no, actually I like this car, and I won't give it up. But like, anyway, but I was like, so that might not happen, but that's okay, because it might still, who knows? We're gonna figure it out. There's options. Cody is a car guy. We have options.
Options. It's okay, because I have, the idea of an uncle who could help me.
The idea of an uncle?
Okay,
the concept of an uncle?
Yeah, you know how it is when you have an uncle who can help you get a car and help you. Yeah. Either that or I will stare at. As long as I am not ending up with two of the cars on my house. Okay. And I realize that this limits my options for cars, and I understand this. I understand why I do not want either of those two cars. However, have you considered? I have had too many times where I've been stalled because I was like, yes, I'm driving this car. Yes, the car broke down and I am stranded. And yes, it has happened once with both of those two cars. And luckily, one of those cars is now officially gone. Officially, quote unquote. As in, I haven't seen it in a while and I really hope they don't bring it back. Maybe the other car.
It mysteriously vanished.
No, here's the thing. It's because I thought they threw the car away finally. Okay, I thought they originally threw the car away, and then it reappeared, and I'm like,
oh my
hey,
God.
Why is that car there? I stand and it's fine. And I'm like, no, it's not.
The one positive if we do live, well, not the one, but one of the positives if we live together is that if that ever happens, I will immediately drop everything and come get you. It's okay.
It's okay. I will not be stranded outside of a Chick-fil-A because I'm staring at the car and the fact that the car was overheated, or stranded on my way to getting my first COVID shot because
I remember that one,
the car overheated.
No, we will not be having that again.
Or I will not be stranded because the car for some reason broke down, and then some people helped me move the car to a place where it wasn't in the middle of the road. I still remember that with the car. Okay, anyway. Yes, cars are awful sometimes and you sit there.
Yeah. Anyway, hi everybody, welcome to the stream. We've been streaming for 25 minutes, but we got engrossed in a conversation. But that's okay. That's what we do.
Sometimes. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
Hey,
yeah.
hello, stream. Welcome.
Hi.
The food of the day is apparently rice, cookies, and grapes.
It's horrible.
Because
horrible combination
I am
of
an awful
ingredients.
person sometimes. Hey, at least it's not also popcorn, because I was sitting at a half-eaten bag of popcorn. No, half-eaten bag of popcorn because I sat and I was gonna eat it and then I got distracted. And then so now it's sitting there on my desk. I'm like, I gotta toss that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will.
Yeah.
Eventually. But for
anyway,
now,
yeah, so we're gonna be playing more murders on the Yangtze River, because we're gonna do that because that's what we do, because it's Friday.
That's what we do. Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
It's momos.
And if you caught Homestuck yesterday, then you also my Wi-Fi is back, so good for us. I say this specifically if you were here yesterday for like the Twitch VODs and not in the future, because when this eventually goes up on my channel, it's probably going to end up in I have no idea when on the timeline this will be uploaded ever to my VOD channel. It will be eventually. I just don't know when.
Don't worry, I am going to help, and by help I mean I'm going to stare at him and not help at all.
I need to make thumbnails, and then I have to schedule and upload, and it's always the worst because it's so tedious, and I don't want to do it, but I have to do it because if I don't do it, no one else is going to do it, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah. But I would help make thumbnails, but also I get tired really fast when I try to do art for myself.
Uh-huh.
And then I get frustrated.
Anyway, Chinema also has commissions open on VGen that you should check out.
Yeah, you should commission me because I like doing art for other people sometimes. So, VGen me, and also because I want to go and see my friends, and we are going to have fun, and we're gonna be silly, and then yeah. And also, if I get enough people to commission me, I will theoretically think about doing streams with art. Ooh, fancy.
Ooh.
So that's an unlockable goal if I get quote-unquote enough people to commission me. So, you know, that's what you want to see. Me and my silly little art process, which is incredibly silly.
Yeah. Alright. Well, let's get to it. Can you see it on your end?
I can theoretically.
What does that mean?
As in, I can see it. I just was looking at the stream instead of the actual stream.
Okay. Anyway, another guy died. As is the way of this game. Yeah. There was a lady who died, and now there's another guy who died.
Yeah, we're in the flashback.
We're on a boat. Yeah, we're in the boat.
And I'm voicing most of these characters.
You are. And that's okay.
This ship seems quite empty.
You don't say.
This is the ancestor of the steamboats in China. Missing mahjong cards.
Hao Chu was the first to die. A 9 of characters mahjong card appeared next to him. Next was Madame Yin. She had the card 8 of characters. Mahjong cards have appeared next to all of the victims. There seems to be a pattern. All 2 of them. But I'm sure there's about to be more, if I understand the method here. Hao Chu was the second victim discovered on the ship. However, based on the autopsy report, his time of death was earlier than Madame Yin. Placed beside the victims were 2 mahjong cards, 8 and 9 of characters respectively. It appears to be the doings of the same murderer. Yet, besides the conflict Liang Shi mentioned, there are barely any connection between the two. If Hao Chu was murdered, then why is the murderer killing him and Madame Yin one after the other?
Ow.
What?
Sorry, I hiccuped.
Oh, okay. If Hao Chu died of an accident, how come there was a mahjong card next to his body? This door leads to the crew cabin. There is no need to go down there for now. We just came out.
You sure? Well, if we go instead of the cockpit, we just go farther, discover that there's another person dead.
Yeah, this is the cockpit. First Mate Wu is at the helm. Elle, does this ladder lead to the top of the cockpit? That's right, Mr. Shen. Haochu's body fell off from the roof of the ship. We should go up there and take a look. The yellow and white sticky marks on the ground should be Haochu's vomit. It is indeed from quite a while ago, as it has already begun to dry. Old Hao really drank to his heart's content, huh?
Disgusting.
Interesting. There are 5 empty wine jars scattered across the floor, and 2 distinctive bottles. It appears to be imported liquor. Mr. Shen, that's cola water, a type of soda. It tastes really good. Soda, also known as Dutch water, was introduced to China around 1877. People at the time were very fond of this refreshing beverage as a way to cool off. During the wedding banquet of the last emperor, Puyi, soda was served to guests.
So
Especially
here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that Coca-Cola was made out of cola nuts. Like, that was the original ingredient.
Yeah.
Because I knew what cola nuts were, because they're technically something that's used in a traditional-ish setting in Igbo for, like, what's it called? Meetings? Not meetings, but, like, meetings is the best word, I guess. Yeah. But, I didn't realize that. I'm like, yeah, that's just a thing that's there. I'm like, I now understand.
Yeah.
I don't really, but, like, it's okay. Sure, that's a new fact I have.
You do.
Now I know that Coke had 2 ingredients. Cocaine and cola nuts.
It sure did. That's why they call it Coca-Cola.
Yeah, exactly.
Straightforward. Especially in the summer, after cooling it down in water, you just chug, 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 chug. Gulp, chug, 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 chug. This is evidence? Mwah! You'll be happy as the day is long. Mr. Shen, do you want the taste of happiness too? No, but thank you for the offer.
Did you just pick it off one of the bottles?
I know that's what I was about to say. That is evidence? Is that really it? Okay. Guess that's it.
We didn't know what Coca-Cola was. Okay.
I guess so. I mean, I'm guessing it'll be important. This is my cabin. Shall I enter for investigations? Sure. I'll learn more about Joseph. Mr. Shen, what's inside this jar? Contains my brother's ashes. Well, aren't you just depressing? I made this trip so I could bring him back home. My condolences, Mr. Shen. It's fine. Those who have passed are resting in peace. Let us go take a look elsewhere. Mr. Shen, you've dropped your money. This does not belong to me, however. It looks quite familiar. I may have seen it before. Where? Interesting.
Okay.
There are 2 books titled The Great King Code and The Spirit of Laws on the side table. These are books that I have been reading recently.
Are these our 2 fact books?
Have they been messed with? What's wrong, Mr. Shen? The red wine Joseph left on the table is missing. Missing? How could it be missing? I'm afraid someone has visited this room in secret. I think... Hang on. Because that, if I remember correctly, that's from the merchant thing, right? That we learned about? Is it from this? Or I swear we learned something about that. Somewhere.
Yeah, I know we heard about... No, it's just a thing of, like, when we heard about the Yangtze currency, I don't know if it was, like, specifically...
I'm just feeling
Could it
like
have been that we heard about it during the last case because that was like the money?
Well, no, we couldn't have because this is in the past.
No, I know, but I'm saying like from our memories of what Gongshu, as in it wasn't something from this specific case when we were talking about Gongshu currency.
Yeah.
And that's why we're thinking of it.
But I don't know.
Because I'm trying to think of like. Yeah, obviously it's going to be important. It's just more the thing of like. Because the only items we have.
We can equip. I didn't realize we had so many different outfits. Okay. Anyway.
An outfit, okay? It's fine.
And so does you. Look at him.
I got one without my steampunk glasses, which makes me look more sophisticated. And then I have one. Sometimes you stare at these, and you're like, the steampunk goggles are better than the shades. I guess they're not steampunk goggles. Never mind.
Not.
They're the same glasses, and I stare at. Never mind. Okay.
Do you come back? Or were you just there
Obviously.
for that one chapter?
Because because remember she's on the ship now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
like
just not.
The winter outfits are kind of cute.
The
winter one?
what's it called? Yeah, Year of the Long.
I guess.
Because these are
I guess that would be his holiday one.
Chinese New Year outfits. I'm thinking at least.
Yeah.
But I also do not know what long means. Okay, so it is Chinese New Year because it says Chinese New Year. I'm just more of like I don't know what Year of the Long is.
Anyway, I was looking for characters. Yeah. Because I bet it was a coin either like him or she would have dropped. Hypothetically.
Yeah. I think it's probably Wu Chenyu. Wu Yinchin, because Wu Yinchu, you dropped it?
Yeah.
But it's again the thing of like because he had no reason to drop money by accident. The issue is it's on a red string, which implies that it was around something, either a neck or what's it called?
That it was something taken from her that was maybe dropped.
Mm-hmm.
We're 20 years old? We do not seem that young. You don't seem like you're 29. I don't believe that.
As in, he looks too old?
He looks older than 29 to me.
Okay. Have you considered, being in London ages you really fast because London's awful?
Sure. But also, he looks like he should be 14. Anyway.
Have you considered that people just looked younger back then?
Wait. This whole fucking time? Wait, hang on. So... Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go back. It's going to be too far back. So I was about to make a either I have been completely gaslit or I just spoiled something that we weren't supposed to know about. Because either I have been under the illusion that Elle was supposed to be a boy this whole time.
Yeah.
And that because I was resisting the urge earlier to make comments about being like, I feel like they're about to do some plot twist where Elle is actually a girl this whole time and not
do a little Robin twist.
Yeah, exactly. Like I thought, but I was like, oh, but we've kind of seen like we've seen eyes on these on like guys before. This doesn't look completely off. But the fucking but I didn't say it because I was just like, I don't know. I don't really want to make that theory. It might not have a point to anything. But then I see this and I'm like, wait, did they ever actually say that Elle was a boy, or did I just make that up and that she has been a girl this whole time and that hasn't been a secret at all? But I feel like it has to be. Yeah?
It could also be the idea of, again, that women aren't allowed on ships or, like, being in charge of ships.
Well, no, I know. But more, like, that's my point, though, is I can't tell if that she's been a girl this whole time and that's not a secret, or if that is a secret that we didn't know and the game just technically kind of spoiled it.
We'll find out, I guess.
Because I'm trying to remember when the game ever referred to Elle with any kind of pronouns ever.
I don't think they have.
I know, that's the problem. Anyway, it's fine.
Hey, at least it's not a Freya situation. It's just a Robin situation.
God.
2 different options, okay?
Indeed. I'm afraid someone has visited this room in secret. This is our bed. I sleep on the upper bunk while Joseph takes the lower bunk. There is nothing out of place with the bedding on the bed and the suitcase under the bed. How could something so cute appear on Mr. Joseph's bed? This teddy bear belongs to Joseph's daughter. She asked Joseph to keep it by his side. This room has been thoroughly investigated. No other abnormalities were discovered. Mr. Shen, the bottle of red wine is the only thing missing, right? Nothing else? No, nothing else. That's strange. Who would steal Mr. Joseph's wine? Since I'm already here, I should investigate the room completely before I leave. But I thought we just did that. Unless now there's new stuff fucking revealed. A bottle of red wine is missing from my cabin. Other than that, no other items are missing. Could it have been the work of the murderer? But why would he steal the red wine? Let's not jump to conclusions. We should check out the other places first.
Can you not look at the doors? Okay, we can't.
Nope.
Okay, then we're done.
Oop.
1 bag to suppress the demons. 1 bag to remove ill fortune. Throwing evidence off the board. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Use an ample portion of pork, along with pig ear and snout to pay our respects. If you choose to accept it, please clear away the bad omens in this water.
Master Wu, are you praying for your blessings? Blood! There's blood in the water!
This is retribution for being anointed disrespectful to the Moon King. It's a warning.
And there's gonna be another dead person.
What are you waiting for? Hurry up and bring more offerings before terrible things happen. Either that or you, filled red into the...
True.
And so it's bleeding red
but
because,
where am I supposed to find offerings? Do not panic, Elle. A finless porpoise has collided with the bow of the ship. Ah, there we go.
Please don't show us.
Oh.
Oh.
No. It must have been the cause of the collision that made Hao Chu's body fall from the roof. I see now. Poor porpoise.
Oh, may tabara see this from Harif.
Elle, let us continue. Afu and Miss Yunchu are resting inside this cabin right now.
We're still walking in.
Yunchu, Mr. Shen needs to come in and investigate. Hello, Mr. Shen. Hello, Elle. Afu, you're looking much better now. Still mute.
Either.
What a guy. Huh? You still can't speak?
I think I've been fed something specifically that it's closed up my throat, actually, now.
I think we would know if it closed up his throat.
Not closed up, but how sometimes you have a...
Oh no! What if you'll never be able to speak again? There is a hand-drawn blueprint of what seems like a fish tank on the desk.
That's the thing on my arm.
There is also a strangely shaped ruler and several issues of the Chinese scientific magazine. There's a row of test tubes, 2 bottles of reagents, and some apparatuses against the wall. Mr. Shen, what is this device with the crooked neck?
A microscope.
That is a microscope. It is able to make an enlarged image of a small object. The earliest microscope was invented in the 16th century with a magnification of only 9 times. Later, through the modifications by Antony van Leeuwenhoek, it reached a magnification of 300 times by the 17th century. Microscopes were introduced to China during the reign of the Kangxi Emperor, 1654 to 1722, and the Qianlong Emperor, 1711 to 1799, wrote a poem titled Ode to the Microscope. However, the object described in the poem was actually a magnifying glass. Microscopes did not receive much attention at the time and only began to play a role in production and daily life during the period of the Republic of China. That's absolutely magical!
Wow.
Are you trying to tell us this device is very delicate and needs to be treated with care? Man,
Yeah.
we really got all that from him, huh? I understand. We will be careful.
It was very expensive.
There are paper charms on all 4 corners of the top bunk, and a portrait hanging on the end. Mr. Shen, the loon in this painting looks so scary. Could it be the Loon King?
Yes.
Oh, they're talking about Luna's dragon.
Well, yeah, but more of like,
Because it's a dragon.
You know.
Sure.
Is it a dragon in the picture? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Well,
either a dragon
yeah.
or some kind of serpent creature.
yeah, okay.
Why are you saying that like I'm not right?
No, I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm just saying like, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Sure.
Could it be that the Loon King has been on the ship all this time, hiding in this painting? No fear, Elle. It's a replica of the 9 loons from the Tang Dynasty, not the Loon King. Mr. Shen, there's a piece of balled up paper under the bed.
We didn't discuss the...
Mr. Wu, the 500 towels of silver you borrowed are more than 2 months
5,000.
overdue. 5,000. If you still can't pay it back before the end of the month, I can only come and claim it. Interesting. On the lower bunk is a plate of pastries, similar in color and shape to peach blossoms. This is victory cake, a snack from southern China.
He ate them again.
Miss Yin Chu, are you feeling better now? Well, sure, I guess. I still can't believe that Yunju was... She was...
What is she messing with?
It looked like a tarot card. Or not tarot card. Mahjong card. Miss Yin Chu, don't think back on it or you'll feel bad again. Yeah. There are still a few questions I need to ask you, Miss Yin Chu. To your knowledge, Miss Yin Chu, has Madame Min ever had any grudges with anyone? I've been studying abroad, so I have no idea. How is her relationship with you 3? Timan and Yinju have more frequent contact. Liang Xin, like me, doesn't come here often. I've only heard Liang Xin say that Yinju and Timan have some grudges. Grudges? What kind of grudges? It's nothing. I'm not involved in money-related issues.
Okay.
Earlier, why did you suddenly leave the dining hall? I didn't like the mood at the mahjong table. I couldn't catch my breath. I was afraid my asthma would relapse, so I went back to my room to take medication. At the time, was Madame Yin still inside the room? Yes, she was. Then did you see anyone suspicious, Yinshu? No. My chest felt stuffy, So after I took my medication, I went to the bow of the ship for some air. God.
I love how immediately as they said, yeah, I'm voicing half the characters by accident. It's like, actually,
It's my turn
no.
now.
It's your turn now.
Afu looks like he's about to say so. He has something to say.
Ow. Meow meow.
You mean you saw someone suspicious?
Bow bow. Bow bow.
Huh? You said he's not human?
Meow. Meow meow.
Allow me to take a look. What do you mean, sir?
Where are you?
All right. Please also soak this tweezer in hot water, then dry it with a clean cloth. Afu, please open your mouth wide.
I have something stuck in my throat.
There's a slight discoloration of the hyoid bone.
Dislocation.
There's a slight dislocation of the hyoid bone.
I'm sorry, the fact that I started sweating after you said this.
Well, it's very stressful. He's looking at his hyoid bone. Mr. Shen, here. Afu, maintain your current posture. Then slowly stick out your tongue.
Okay. Okay. I do not like utensils in my
Hold
mouth.
still.
No. Ow, 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 ow. I can speak now. And how did you do that? That's amazing. You rescued me 2 times. How can I ever thank you?
You are welcome.
Earlier inside the cabin, I was so dizzy, I couldn't speak at all. Thank goodness who spoke up for me. Otherwise... Oh, what's making you laugh?
It's nothing.
Huh? How come I'm speaking with your lips?
You were unable to speak because you dislocated your hyoid bone from excessive fright. The hyoid bone, also known as the lingual bone, is involved in the oral movements and has a significant impact on swallowing, chewing, and pronunciation. In the event of a car accident, being choked, or being frightened, the hyoid bone may be displaced from its original position, a condition known as hyoid bone dislocation. Although the hyoid bone has been repositioned, the muscles have not yet fully recovered.
Whoa, how do we do?
There is no need to worry too much. I had a similar experience when I was a child. Just rest.
Okay, thanks.
This is lovely.
Didn't you manage to join the investigations? I'll tell you everything I know.
Take your time. You should rest well first. The same goes for you, Miss Yinshu. Without further instructions, do not leave the cabin. Okay.
Okay. But have you
Can we not talk to him?
considered?
Damn.
No. He has no information for us, apparently.
Damn.
The only information he had was that his throat was broken. Ooh.
There is a paper charm attached to the stern of the ship. When the Loon King appears at midnight, may the golden light protect me. Mr. Shen, what is that? The second line seems to be taken from the Taoist golden light mantra. No doubt it's the handwriting of Master Wu. That is highly likely. However, I have never heard of the saying the Loon King appears at midnight. Master Wu is a Buddhist, a Taoist, and a worshipper of the Loon King. Isn't he tired? Elle, I have investigated all that I could. We should go see if Joseph is in need of our assistance. No problem.
I don't think we should go over there.
Investigations are more important. There is no need to go to the dining hall.
Let me tap a bless me. Team Valve.
Mr. Shen, are you looking at the paddle wheels? Mm-hmm. They differ from the paddle wheels I often see while studying abroad. I heard the shipmaster say that the Shanhi was designed by and handmade by the two Lord Hugh.
Okay, cool.
John, perfect timing. Help me carry Hao Chu's body into the crew cabin as well.
All right.
That's one body. That's
Wait a
two body.
second. Something here seems peculiar. Don't scare me, Mr. Shen. There is a change on the body. Someone tampered with it. Ooh. Hair. Her hair. Could Medemene's hair grow longer? There's no way that Madame is still alive, right? Unless everything Master Wu said is true. The supernatural are not involved. But what exactly is going on? Her hairpin. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Her hair didn't get longer. Someone took her hair out. Someone has stolen Madame's hairpin. That's why her hair came loose and looks like it grew longer. Did somebody steal her hairpin?
You know what's what, huh? Yingju's hairpin can't be bought with money. The silversmith who made it used to work in the palace. That craftsmanship is long lost now.
However, that hairpin was exquisitely crafted. It could have also been an act of greed. Mr. Shen, do you think the murderer stole it? That is a possibility. No. If the murderer stole it, there may be an important clue hidden on the hairpin. Interesting. Because obviously it is duly noted the fact that it wasn't stolen at the time of the murder.
Yeah.
Well, turn the lights on. We need to thoroughly investigate the crew cabin. The person who stole the hairpin might have left traces within the room. Ominous.
Ominous.
I'm sorry, the way that I'm just staring and looking at the conspiracy map in the background, it's fine.
Yeah. Elle, do these sodas belong to you? Actually, Liang Xin brought them on board. But I just absolutely love drinking cola water, so I made a deal with him. Every time I help Liang Xin wash the vegetables or do dishes, he gives me a bottle. There's something under the pillow. It is a roughly made light yellow coat skirt embroidered with several ducks. So this is what Uncle Ling had been secretly sewing for days. He wouldn't let us look at it. Old Ling seemed like a rugged man. I did not expect him to know embroidery. Who could this meticulously sewn woman's coat skirt be made for? I remember Uncle Ling had a daughter, but she passed away a few years ago. I heard the shipmaster say her death anniversary was soon. Maybe it was an offering for her. There's nothing unusual about Hao Chu's body. We had just moved him down here.
I mean, if you say so.
The bedding on the lower bunk is wrinkled but tidy. There are newspaper clippings on the wall. This is Uncle Ling's bunk. Oh, this is Uncle Ling's bunk. He enjoys reading the newspaper during his free time. The magic troupe faces crippling financial crisis. Shanghai trip becomes swan song trip. Good reputation out the door. Commercial sea legend no more. Another strange case on the waters of the Loon King Temple. Escort ship gone missing. Oh yeah, he's like invested into something. Let me record this. Joseph might be interested in the contents of the newspaper clippings. There is no mess on the bunk at all. The bed is made perfectly, neat and in order. Mr. Shen, this used to be the shipmaster Lowe's bunk. He gave it to me after I came aboard. Then how does the shipmaster usually rest? He stays in the wheelhouse.
Okay.
Madame Yin's hairpin has been stolen. With her hair loose, the body seems a bit terrifying. Other than that, nothing else is out of place.
Sometimes you just want your hair loose and dead because it's really uncomfortable having your hair up.
Sometimes you just gotta take your hair out. There are several scattered pages behind the ladder. They appear to be wrinkled. Drinking at night below deck I stayed. Waking at dawn, my work is delayed. If that's the state that has come to pass, why not just go pour another glass? An empty stomach, save last night's wine, leaves me sad, so I cry and I whine. I'll spend all of my money on booze. Tomorrow morning I shall hit the snooze. This poem written by Hao Chu. Ooh, it was an achievement.
Nice.
Yeah, old Hao likes to write stuff like that when he's bored. There are 2 empty wine jars and garbage on the bed. The pillow and bedding are also a mess. Without a doubt, this bunk belongs to Hao Chu. That is indeed old Hao's bunk. Elle, do you know the reason for his alcoholism? Old Hao liked to repeat his one nursery rhyme. The bride smiled brightly on her wedding day. The Loon King came and swept her away. Cruel fate. This may have been something he personally experienced. No wonder old Hao always says this nursery rhyme was set up for him. The lower bunk is tidier than the upper bunk. It belongs to First Mate Wu. There is a map of the world drawn over with circles and dots hanging on the walls. Around the map are some posters and postcards depicting scenic spots from various regions. A few books including Around the World in 80 Days and The Travels of Marco Polo. The Travels of Marco Polo primarily narrates the observations and experiences of the Italian explorer Marco Polo during his time in the Yuan dynasty, 1271 to 1368. In addition, it also documents some aspects of the customs and cultures of other Asian countries. It is not only a representative work of world travel literature, but also opened the door for the closed Western world at the time to understand China. Notebook. There is a notebook with a pen at the foot of the bed. The Travels of Liang is written on the title page with the illustration of a ship with wings. The notebook is filled with dense and scribbled handwriting. In 1957, Liang boarded a flapping winged airship named the Thunderous Dawn. In search of clues to evolve into the perfect man, he began his journey across the world. I didn't know Liang Shen was writing a novel. Mr. Shen, there are 2... The first piece of paper reads Global Travel Plans and marks the route on a scribbled map. The second piece of paper roughly calculated the expenses of traveling across the globe. Mr. Shen, what does global travel mean? Why does it cost so much? Mr. Liang Shen's book Around the World in 80 Days, and you will know. Mr. Shen, did you just... As of now, there are no signs of any outsiders entering the crew cabin. We've found... Then could it be that... Uh-oh, the ringing. I heard it earlier in the dining hall as well. It's the sound of the engine telegraph. The shipmaster wants to adjust the ship speed. It'll stop ringing once Uncle Ling handles it. Clang, 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 clang. Clang, 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 clang. Uh-oh. Why is there yet to be any response? Old Ling, are you inside? Please open the door. Uncle Ling, open the door. It's me, Elle. Something's not right. He's gonna be dead. Let's break the door down and check it out.
He could be dead.
He's totally dead. It's another person dead.
He's totally dead. I feel like he's not dead though, because like, isn't this the person? No, I guess
no,
not.
he's pretty dead.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the hairpin. Well, well, well. Isn't that interesting?
Oh no, he isn't dead yet. He's still breathing. He's just very barely hurt.
Mr. Shen, please save Uncle Ling. He's lost so much blood. I'm sorry, but he has breathed his last.
I guess fine.
How could this be? Oh, Uncle Ling. A third Mahjong card has appeared near Old Ling's body. This is already the third homicide that has occurred on the ship, within like hours of each other.
Yeah.
Who could it be? Why are they committing serial murder? Hao Chu was the first to die. A 9 of characters Mahjong card appeared next to him. Next was Madame Yin. She had the card 8 of characters. The third was Old Ling. His card was the 7 of characters. They're going backward. They're doing something real fucked up. The Mahjong card
6,
seemed to be
5,
counting
4,
down.
3, 2, 1. There's 6 people. Death. Who will be next?
This clanging sound is really noisy, making it impossible to think. Yes, please turn it off. Elle, do you know how to turn off that noise? Yeah, I do. We just need to adjust the engine telegraph next to the steam cylinder. I'm gonna turn this off and then I'm gonna... This should be the engine telegraph.
Puzzle time.
This device seems quite complicated. Mr. Shen, the yellow indicator is pointing towards the speed the shipmaster wants. The pointer indicates dead slow ahead. Adjust the handle of the engine telegraph to the same position, then pull the top lever. Once that's done, the speed of the ship will be adjusted and the bell will stop ringing. The ear-piercing clanging has finally stopped. Now I need to carefully investigate the scene.
Mr. Shed, how come you're the one adjusting the ship telegraph? Where's Old Ling? Well, you see...
Shipmaster, Uncle Ling, he's dead. No one
ever...
It's fine.
Well, I can't believe you make fun of me when I interrupt you by accident. And then when it happens to you, you're like, oops, sorry. And then it's like, have you considered, I also interrupt people by accident because I am used to being plot device character and that's about to be a plot device question. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I love you.
I love you too. Read your line. I want to go make popcorn in a minute, but I'm waiting for us to get to an actual stopping point.
Okay. I will hurry then. No one responded to the England telegraph, so Mr. Justice suggested me to come take a look. Alas. John, how's the situation on site?
I have also just arrived at the scene.
Then let's investigate together, shall we?
Alright. Saving real quick. Everyone, we've been not load. We've been streaming for about an hour. So everyone take a break, stretch your legs. I'm gonna go make some popcorn real quick, and we will be back in a minute.
In a minute.
Momentarily.
Momentarily. He is going to run an ad because he's going to be smart about this. He did not. But how are you doing, Chad? It's been a day, and I have finished my grapes and my rice, but I did not start my cookie because I was like, I'll eat my cookie a little later. Because I ate a lot of grapes. So many grapes. But they're mine now, so ha. What shows have you been watching recently? This is a very important question because, as you can see, sometimes you watch shows and you don't realize that some things are horny bait, and then your friend Mooney realizes and stares at you that you have absolutely you know what it is theoretically, but in practice you cannot see a show and figure out that, oh yeah, that's a harem show. That was horny bait specifically because you tend to just gloss over it. You're just this ace, and it's a problem because a lot of shows you watch apparently have parents, and you're just staring. You're like, oh, and so then your friend quizzes you on some of the shows you watch, and you're like, yeah, and you get like pretty much all the answers wrong. And one of the questions that you didn't get wrong was because in the middle of answering, you remember that actually no, this one definitely is a harem because there was a whole plot point about how, he got 5 other ladies pregnant, and his wife, quote unquote, was insecure about it because she didn't get pregnant yet. And I'm like, you know, as you do. You suffer. Bum, 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 bum. What's the silliest thing that has happened to you at work? Um, for me, here's what happened, right? I have a saying that it is easier for me to walk down the stairs backwards than it is for me to walk upstairs forward. And yes, that was proven again true today because I did in fact trip going up the stairs again. This happened at least once too often to me. It's like I walk down the stairs backwards so often. Like, technically probably too often. But it's to think of I'm used to yeah, this is fine, this is okay. Because one, less pressure on my knees since I'm going backwards on them. That means that they are not going and I'm not placing pressure on them into a bend position instead of releasing pressure from a straight position. Right? So it helps with knee pain and stuff like that in my arthritis. So it's like, okay, this is fine. This works. It's just one of the things sometimes where it's I try to avoid stage fright. I can, but obviously that doesn't really completely work when you're in New York City. New York, New York. And so instead, then you stand there and you suffer, and you're like, okay, because the room I need to access is a mezzanine, there is not an elevator to the mezzanine, so I have to walk up the stairs to get there. And so you do walk up the stairs, and then 3 steps in, you trip, and you're like, this is fine. And you're lucky no one saw you. And you're lucky also that technically there's not a camera right there either. I mean, they didn't have to. No one saw you. It's fine. But also, boy, oh boy, did you make a loud sound. And you have to get up and walk it off. I was talking about how I tripped going up the stairs earlier today.
Oh gosh. Why'd you do that?
It's called, I have a saying, and it was proven true, of how it's easier for me to walk downstairs backwards than for me to walk upstairs forward. And I even specifically tie my shoes too. And so it makes me kind of sick to get to think of yeah, it's more likely for me to trip my shoes tied than untied.
It's these things that are just, hey, this is a contradiction. I'm like, I'm sorry, my body hates me. And then you sit there.
I'm shaking my head. You need to like get you a class where you can learn how to walk upstairs properly.
But I have arthritis, okay? It's not always my fault.
I had arthritis too, and walking downstairs backwards would not have made my arthritis better.
Yeah, but it's less pain because you're moving.
It wouldn't have been.
It's less pain for me.
Why?
Because instead of putting pressure upwards to go up on my knees, instead I'm like going backwards, so it means the pressure is going from a straight position to a bent position instead of trying to go from a bent to a straight position.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
So think of it.
It's the same.
Right?
It's the same mechanics.
Not necessarily. I mean, I guess maybe a little. It's different in theory, okay? In practice, it helps. It does. I promise this, actually.
I promise
it helps. It does. It helps, because I rarely feel pain when going down the stairs backwards. I just mainly have to be careful that there's not someone behind me, or else I might bump into them. Which I'm usually pretty good about, because I can sense people. I'm just very good at sensing people. You know how it is when you have good senses.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm like one of those people call good at sensing things.
Okay.
In other news, how would you like a rice cooker?
Me?
Yes, you.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have space for it in this apartment right now.
Okay, fine, I guess.
My God, we're missing so many.
You're missing so many. It's okay. We will simply ignore them.
Quick reactions leave others struggling to keep up with my logic, choosing one kokishi. I'm presenting evidence who else should be the witnesses. I don't know what that means. That's something else. No, we're not there yet, but what are some of these other ones?
Three?
Every wrong has its perpetrator completing.
That's for
chapter
completing
4. Okay,
chapter 4. Okay.
These are for completions.
I don't know if all of them are, because the first ones are completing the first 5 cases, I assume. I don't know how many cases there are. Here's proof. Okay, then that means technically we should be able to do whatever the second one is.
Yeah, I think these are all like story related that we will get. These seem more like bonuses.
He really went. He made a mistake. Don't worry. He made a mistake.
Okay.
He didn't do that. Okay.
Scene that shows a soul returning to the Riverside after entering the Hanyang Ironworks. Interesting.
Okay.
I think I tried to do that, but they stopped me.
It might have been like the
Must
time.
be an
frame,
unseen
like...
place, age agreed on by all. Choosing exists. There exists absolute blind spot 3 times. The shrine surely holds a secret. Investigate every part of the shrine. I thought we did that.
We didn't do that? Okay.
That's weird.
I guess not. We can always go back to things, presumably.
Make a mistake in compound reagent 3 times.
Yeah.
Checking the circuit successfully on the first try. Okay. Yeah, all of these are continuing on. Interesting. Okay.
We did it. We found how to choose phone.
Ending.
Whoa.
That's a lot of
Holy
endings.
fucking shit.
Hey, Mooney. That's a lot of endings.
Is Mooney washing right now?
No, I don't think so. I think
don't
Mooney's
think
talking
so.
with BT. But, like, if they were... Hey, Mooney, that's a lot of endings.
Holy fucking shit. And some of those must just be like... I'm wondering if some of those have to be like bad endings like we failed earlier.
Yeah.
They have to be, right? There's no fucking way those could all just be fucking, oh my god.
Because the thing of, like, what could it be? Like, theoretically, we have, like, 4-ish options at the end, okay? Like, being generous here. Like, there's the option of, like, we pick either one of these guys and say that they're the guys. That's the person who killed my brother. Or we, like, cannot figure it out at all, right?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There's no way. Some of those have to just be, like, bad endings.
Yeah.
They have to
like,
be.
Oh, we could... Like, if we mess up this case somehow. Like, that's gotta be a bad ending somehow.
Yeah. Because, like, that's more... Like, I haven't finished Elsinore yet. But I do know that Elsinore has about 12 endings, I believe, plus a secret ending, from what I understand. Mm-hmm. That is a game where it's literally about, like, timelines and choices matter. That goes, like, drastically different routes. That has more endings. Or that has less endings than this. So I'm like, there has to be... Hang on, I'm gonna look it up. Where's... many endings. I don't want you to tell me what they are. I just want to know. You're joking. There are 29 endings, marked by ending and numbered according to the order they appear in the in-game ending list you can view after completing the game.
Okay.
That's insane. That's crazy. Oh my god.
Jesus. What's going on? What are we missing back there?
Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Holy fucking shit. That's crazy.
Oh boy. We are in danger. So much danger.
Well, I guess we're just gonna continue on.
I guess we have to.
Yeah, I guess
we're gonna gotta figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta.
Alright, well. Shipmaster Lowe, there are still a few questions I would like to ask you.
I don't want to ask any questions. Don't hesitate to ask, Mr. Leshen.
Shipmaster, how did you and Old Ling get to know each other?
Old Ling used to frequent the ship, but then he fell on hard times and stayed on board to work.
Fell on hard times?
I heard Lang Xin say that Old Ling used to be a guard for his family. But when his daughter caught a strange disease, he left the woos in search for a cure.
Okay.
Even after spending all of his money, he still lost the child.
Thus, there are trials and tribulations of being parents. Has Old Ling ever been on unfriendly terms with anyone?
He's a martial artist. He must have made a few enemies back in the day when he traveled land. But I can't think of anyone on this ship who'd want to kill Old Ling.
What is his relationship like with the other crew members on board?
Old Ling's quite closed off. He doesn't talk much to anybody else except for Elle. I hired Elle to work in the engine room, but Old Ling wouldn't let her touch the steam engine.
Okay, so she is a girl and I just gaslit myself. That's what's happening. Okay.
Yeah. He only gave her simple jobs like working the engine, telegraph, protecting her like his own. Don't hesitate to ask.
Shipmaster Lowe, you said that Old Ling and Elle were like father and daughter?
Yes. Elle had been a child suffering from a cruel fate. Her parents are both dead, and she was almost maimed for death before Old Ling saved her.
Oh.
Oh. Old Ling believes she was a good kid after finding out she stole to pay back her parents' debt.
No.
He helped her pay off part of the debt and brought her on board to work part of the shift.
No.
Hale also treasured their relationship and treated Old Ling well.
Hang on. I'm checking characters because I need visuals. Yeah, that's Old Ling.
Yeah.
That was the guy. Okay,
That's
just
Old
making sure I'm getting like.
Your faces, right?
Yeah, just getting my faces together in my mind. Okay. The red circular valve is installed in the piping connected to the boiler. Seems like it adjusts the cylinder's air inflow, and the steam's turbine rotation rate. There are meters on both sides of the valve. The pointers are vibrating slightly. The position of the valve is in a fully open state. The pointer also indicates maximum value. I have a strange feeling about this steam valve. Something seems to be peculiar.
Mr. Shen, only you could operate such a complex steam turbine properly.
I do not deserve this praise, Shipmaster Lowe. No useful clues were found on the steam valve, but I have a strange feeling about it. Something seems peculiar about this. What could it be?
I don't know.
I'm staring at it.
Staring at it. The fact that it's really red.
Oh.
Oh. Game?
I
Paused.
thought the game just crashed, but it's okay. Huh.
Shrugs. Okay.
Could it?
Maybe you'll find out if we investigate something else.
Yeah. A set of huge cogwheels, powered by the steam engine, are rotating rapidly. At the center of the bull gear is a transmission shaft connected to the paddle wheels outside. The body collapsed near the speaking tube. Yet the lid of the speaking tube is closed. I'm formulating a theory, but it's not quite formed yet. It's coming.
Yeah. It's coming.
There was a mahjong card placed next to the deceased. 7 of characters.
I think it might have to do with something with how, if it's, like, it has to do something probably with, like, if it's saying it was opened at this position, right? That means something else should have happened, but that didn't happen.
Maybe.
Oh, welcome in, Raiders. Hi,
Oh,
welcome
hello,
to our
Raiders.
stream.
Welcome. Hello, Raiders. I hope you had fun. Welcome to the stream. We're playing Murders on the Yangtze River. We're playing Murder Mystery. There's a dead guy. I hope you enjoyed coming into that.
Yeah, he's dead. We're
This poor
currently
man's dead.
confused.
It's really
'cause-
sad, actually.
Yeah. At the moment in time, we were seeing a red valve that we do not understand, but somehow feels suspicious to
It
us.
feels suspicious, and now he said it's suspicious, and now I think it's suspicious. Anyway, hi. I'm Zodiac Lord. I stream games sometimes, and also a lot of Homestuck. That's what we've been doing a lot recently. And, this is my friend, Cinema/Quietly Existing. Say hi.
Hey, I am quietly existing, blah blah, yeah, kisses. Anyway, but how are you guys been doing? What were you guys playing?
Oh, thank you, Dusky
Man.
Insect, for the follow. Thank you.
Thank you. But yeah, I see you guys. Let me go ahead and.
Also,
I know that you guys were playing Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm. Cinema, you should share a certain link because you know who has while you're here, if anyone here needs art, you know who has art open? This guy.
Yeah.
Cinema.
I do.
Cinema, quietly existing, has VGen commissions open, so you should go commission them. But also, anyway, I hope you all had fun with Dead by Daylight, and I hope you come to enjoy the stream. If you need to raid and run, that's okay. If you want to just lurk while we're playing, that's all good. We're just here to have a good time, solve some murders.
Great, we're glad that you had a great time.
Woo! Eating popcorn, solving murders.
A bard party.
As we do.
Solving murders, eating popcorn. You do this each time. I'm like, oh, I know I should be expecting this.
Because
also,
I have nothing to promote.
You have a lot of things to promote.
Yeah,
like, you know.
fine.
Okay, fine. I guess not.
I want you to come see me in November, so unfortunately I have one main thing I need to promote.
Okay, fine. I guess. Yes.
Indeed.
Anyway, but yeah. Or you could also check me out if you click on my name in the title there of the stream. You can find my Twitch there too as well, where I currently am streaming, obviously Homestuck, but also been playing some Nobody Saves the World, which has been fun. A very silly time because I'm so bad at aiming.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, let's do this autopsy. The joints of his body are still flexible. Rigor mortis has yet to set in. There are signs of livor mortis on the legs, which fade into color when pressure is applied.
Is the body already showing signs of livor mortis? Which... Yeah, I was gonna say. Considering the high temperatures in this room, the decomposition process must have quickened.
Taken together, Oldling's time of death is close to Madame Yin's.
That's correct. But we saw him alive, did we?
I don't think... Because I have a theory, maybe. Possibly. But I don't know. It depends on how short they mean short period of time, right?
Yeah.
Because if they mean within an hour, then this theory works. But if they mean like 10 minutes, this doesn't work as well. So, what I think might be weird about the valve, possibly, or just weird about this in general, or what I think might have happened, I'm wondering if whoever the killer is purposefully, kept the ship at full steam to hit an animal to cause a distraction because it knocked the body off of the roof. Hence, the distraction while they came down here and killed the other guy. They would have killed him while they were down here, but still. That's sort of my thought, is that as a distraction so we wouldn't find him right away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It makes sense.
Yeah. That's just my crackpot theory of the hour.
I mean, it's not a crackpot theory because it's very much like a, this will clear thing. I think one of the big things too, though, is that the mahjong cards dating when each person died and everything, I feel like that's off and that's lying a bit.
I think so,
that's
too.
usually how things do. If, you have something specific saying, oh, no, I killed them in this order specifically, it means you're probably lying about the order that they actually died in.
Yeah, I think so, too. Because I think it would make sense for them to introduce that context as a way to throw everyone off the trail by basically saying, here, I'm going to tell you when I killed them, even though it's not actually accurate to what happened.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very plausible
there's
theory.
2 murderers and then they just split up the numbers. So it's okay, they
which is also
apparently
very
died
likely.
within the same period of time, but yeah.
I'm not completely...
Which then helps with
yeah. I'm not completely...
The issue that...
Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
Shutting up.
I'm just saying that the issue now, though, is that there's not a lot of people left on this ship. And that there is technically 6, quote-unquote, more murders that can happen.
Right. Supposedly.
And we know, like, 3 of these people have to survive.
Yeah. So... I'm wondering... Because I'm also agreeing. Like, I think it could be very likely that it's 2 killers. I'm thinking it could be 2 of the Woos working together, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm still very hooked on this theory that like whole shipwreck that happened a while ago that was superstitious. Either the one brother staged specifically to kill someone else, or he was supposed to be killed, and now this is all like coming back around. I'm starting to lean more towards like him having set it up, because if they just wanted to kill him for whatever reason, they would have just done so. So I'm kind of leaning towards maybe him having T-Man having set it up himself.
Yeah.
But
it's a thing of me also staring at it and like looking like it's as if it's like blackmail kind of like, hey, give us your position. We don't want to kill you, but like give us your position so we can have money.
We do know, which I don't think it's him. I should say, I don't think it's him. We have seen that, however, that like Liang Xin is possibly desperate for money because he wants to travel the world for his book.
Yeah.
And we saw that note that supposedly was asking Mr. Wu to pay off his debt that he has. So he has some kind of money motive going on. I don't know if it's him though or not. That I'm not sure about. If like, because if it is, that would be the most obvious answer, but I'm just not sure. I will say we are finding out that pretty much everyone here in some way or another is connected to the Woos. Because the one guy, obviously the most vaguest, is the one ship guy who flirted with the one lady. We have the sister-in-law, obviously, and now we have this guy who, while he didn't seem like it, we're now learning he used to work for them, which is kind of a big deal. Anyway. So
especially when it's the idea that, he left because his daughter was sick, so he could try to find it, but his daughter died anyway. So it's the idea of like, hey, okay, maybe they could have quote-unquote helped, and that's why he had a grudge against them, or like hey, you should have stayed or something, because we don't want you getting out why your daughter died. Right. Quote unquote, yeah.
Interesting. More to learn.
Yeah.
John, we've encountered quite the cutting opponent this time. Okay, Mr. Moriarty.
Yeah. Again, I'm still convinced he's totally suspicious. I will never stop believing that.
But here's the thing, like, yes, he's suspicious, but what about the other two?
Not in this one. Oh, yeah, the other two, no. They're probably also suspicious.
That's why I'm like, we've only talked to this guy.
Yeah, but he just gives me a vibe. Like,
but we don't know the vibe of the other two.
Well, you agreed with me.
Yes, I agree with you, but it doesn't stop me from devil's advocating, okay?
Shaking my head. How dare you?
I have to. It's required by law because, as we say in, the U.S. compared to other places, innocent until proven guilty. And this isn't other places, so I have to assume everyone else is guilty. Okay? This isn't the U.S., so I have to assume.
Oh, that's the logic, huh?
Yeah.
Is this how that works? Okay.
Yes, this is the logic for detective games. Okay? Because in games...
Yeah.
I do think it's kind of interesting, though, and, like, a lot of times with games that are based in the U.S., it is that kind of idea of, like, okay, we have an innocent party. We know for sure this person is innocent. And while we still have some idea of that in this, it's a lot less of that, of, like, oh, no, this person's innocent. It's more of, like, okay, we have a lot of suspects, and then we're going from there.
Yeah. Well, that kind of happened in a lot of the past cases as well. We usually had a very small handful of people who could have done it. And then this one's definitely the largest one we've had.
Yeah. It doesn't help because it might be the idea that maybe the person who killed one of the people already died. One of these murders might have just happened by accident, and they just called it a part of the murders.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we continue now.
The deceased had rough hands. There are thick Wait.
Wait.
I'm having an epiphany. Like.
Okay.
Okay.
Say it.
Walk with me here. Walk with me down the river.
Yep.
I'm having a realization about the timing of all this and when exactly this whole stuff was thought about. So, the Mahjong cards, right? Obviously being used to signify as like a calling card for whatever reason, whether it be to purposely fuck us up or just to mess with people or to blackmail someone, whatever it might be. Right?
Yeah.
However, oh, actually, no, wait. I'll walk it through, but no, I'm realizing I'm probably wrong. Because I was about to say, what my thought was about to be was that the Mahjong cards were gotten and like started being used after what's-her-face died. The one lady died.
Yeah.
Because her sleeve was closed into the briefcase. But no, that wouldn't work necessarily because I think that what might have happened was it was them leaving it in the briefcase or potentially whatever happened with that perfume bottle of either taking it out or whatever it was. But yeah, because I think they were probably already stolen. So I think I'm wrong. But I was just like, for a moment, I was just like, wait, yeah?
Did we find that... Didn't we find the first Mahjong card inside the suitcase?
Yes.
Am I remembering that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I believe so, unless I'm completely mistaken. No, I think we found it in the suitcase, so that scraps my theory, because that means they didn't get them from the suitcase. They left one in the suitcase, which is obviously works.
They technically could have still grabbed them from the suitcase and left that one behind.
Supposedly, yes. So not completely at the window. I just thought I had a big brain moment and realized, like, oh, actually not really. Anyway, I'm not that impressive, unfortunately. Sometimes I hit it out of the park. Other times I'm just fumbling around just like everyone else.
Very good case, and I understand why Mooney said that this one was difficult.
So I'm forever going to be haunted by my performance in 999. I will never match that for a very long time. Anyway, the deceased has rough hands. There are thick calluses on the joints in the back of his hands. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to skip that.
It can be seen that he was a martial arts practitioner.
I got grease on my mouse and was trying to wipe it off casually, and it did not work out very well.
Good. It's fine. I forgot that was my line. Buddy.
No defense wounds were found on the body of the deceased.
Yeah, it looks like yeah.
Based on the surface features, there are no traces of drug influence.
Yeah, no blood from the mouth, anything like that. That's strange. Anyone would have dodged or fought back, and not to mention he knew martial arts. Oh, I hate that. Because of that, it's like, okay, who would he not resist against? Elle.
Oh, his daughter?
Elle has been with us. Yeah, Elle has been with us this whole time. So I'm like, is it possible? Yes. However.
Yeah, that's why I'm
And we know now that Elle had a debt.
Right.
Which is like, okay, maybe she's doing this in with the woos because she needs money. However,
yeah,
the way that she cried about this, it wasn't like, the first case crying.
No, I do think Elle's like a little bit shifty because I have noticed that whether it's intentional or not, I have noticed that in her talk sprites, whenever she does her little shocked face, she's always like smirking. Like she's always smirking before she ends on the like mouth open part. So I'm like, because it couldn't have been her because she has been with us for almost the entire time. But ooh, we might not also know. Like there's a possibility.
Please, Rob.
Yeah. I don't know yet. Who else could it have been? It could have been maybe one of the Woos. Maybe he was secretly close to one of the Woos, so they were able to approach him. Or he was killed in a different method, and then they stabbed him after the fact, superfluously.
Yeah. Okay, again, he was technically close to the Woos because he did work for them.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that could be possible.
Yeah, it could be possible.
Because it could be, again, what's her face? The younger sister, maybe he had some kind of, like, connection with her, and...
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Just again, the thing of, like,
Squinting. I will not... squinting. The murder weapon pierced him through the heart, dealing him a fatal blow. The position and angle of the stabbing are consistent with Madame Yin's case.
It's obviously the same murderer, but the weapon has changed from a candlestick to a hairpin.
Fascinating. Because that is the thing, we can only do an external autopsy report. We can't do a internal one.
Internal. I mean, even so, I don't think an internal would help us too much here.
Well, it would if he was poisoned beforehand or something.
Well, yeah, but like, yeah, you're correct. Never mind.
Shrugs. The murder weapon is a hairpin with a green jade inlay down the end.
John, I recall Madame Yang wore a hairpin identical in design. Yeah, it's the same hairpin.
Yes. I had just discovered Madame Yin's hairpin was stolen, yet now it has appeared here.
The murderer must have had a special reason to use this hairpin as a murder weapon. I think. Because there's something I wanted to say, but I completely forgot about it.
Yeah. If you remember it, you should yell it out.
Oh, I guess, again, the thing is, remember how the candlestick specifically had, like, a little, what's it called? Had the little cupping over it, which is why the blood didn't spray out. Yeah. And, like, yes, it's the same thing, but theoretically, shouldn't this time there should be blood on the person? I don't know if it's the hairprints in the right pattern or not for it.
Yeah. Well, no. See, okay. No. So, before, the reason we pointed that out before was because we were proving Afu's innocence.
Yeah.
We were because he had blood on his hands, and they were like, well, obviously there's a woman's been stabbed. He has blood on his hands. Obviously he did it. And we were saying, actually, no, there wouldn't have been blood splatter because of the cupping on there. So his hands being bloody doesn't mean anything, and that doesn't mean he killed her. So hypothetically, yes, this means they probably could have had blood on their hands, but in this case, until we find someone with blood on their hands, that won't really mean anything to us.
No.
Yeah. So that's, the fact that it would have gotten on their hands at this time is an important piece of information, but kind of requires a second piece of information in order to be usable.
Yeah.
Compared to Madame Yin and Hao Chu, Oldman's facial expression is relatively peaceful. The corners of his mouth are even, slightly raised.
John, what's the matter?
My brother. His expression before he died. The corners of his mouth were also raised.
The poison.
Could it be?
Well, no.
Could it be that?
That's just your imagination, John. After death, the facial muscles of the deceased are flaccid, meaning they are expressionless. When a sharp blade pierces the heart and causes a rupture, the victim dies instantly.
I will say that is a reason why I don't think it could be Elle, because both of these times two people were stabbed so precisely in the heart, it was instant death. I don't think an 18-year-old girl who doesn't have any kind of experience with that kind of stuff could have done that.
Yeah.
Hypothetically. I feel like there would just have to be a reason for someone to be that skilled at being able to do that so precisely. Twice, by the way.
Twice.
When oh yeah, you just read that. Blah, 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 blah.
His calm expression is just a result of muscular placidity after death. This case has nothing to do with Brian's case, and there are still homicides taking place. What you need to do now is put your nose to the grindstone and your shoulders to the wheel. Sorry, the way that part came out, it was like me very much going like, snap out of the Phoenix Wright. Mia.
I mean, again, sorry, the vibes are there.
It felt very Mia coded of, hey, snap out of the Phoenix Wright. It's like, okay, Mommy.
Oh god, there was I think I sent it to, I don't even remember if I sent it to you. There's a stupid ass Ace Attorney meme that I found a while ago. Oh, I can't even remember. It was something about Mia and her tits. That's so vague, but like, it was really funny.
You know, as you do.
Anyway.
The most goddamns.
Oh! It was like, I think it was something about like someone taking a picture of the curtains and it looked vaguely like woman-shaped or something, but it looked like it was like someone was making a joke of like there's a ghost standing here with like big ol' bitty, like tiggle bitties. I totally botched that. But like with big titties. And someone said like, Mia from Phoenix Phoenix, fucking Mia from Ace Attorney. This is really funny. Yeah. Anyway. I think it was them specifically quoting Mia, which I think was funnier. God, anyway. Yes, you're right.
That's it.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Hooey, okay. Well, there are a few questions I would like to ask you about Oldling. Ask away, Mr. Shen. What was Oldling's relationship like with Hao Chu? One was reserved while the other had no inhibitions at all. Although they worked together, they rarely talked to one another. Who do you think would want to end their lives? I don't know about old Hao, but I'm sure that family had something to do with Uncle Ling. Do you mean the Woos? Mr. Shen, you still remember the newspaper clippings on Uncle Ling's wall, right? He seemed to be really concerned with how the Woos were doing lately.
John, please check your pockets.
Why?
I'm gonna do a magic trick.
Okay.
Another thing that points out, because Elle's the only person who's been around us so long that it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna sneak this into your pocket and call it a day. Okay, anyway, I just found this in mine. Is that 6?
I have a 2 of characters Mahjong card on me.
I'm sure you've already noticed the relationship between the Mahjong cards and the Order of Death. These cards symbolize provocations from the murderer. Every person who receives a card has now become their prey.
What should we do now?
We must not sit idly by for death to dawn upon us. Shipmaster Lowe, please gather everyone at the dining hall immediately. Oh? Are you about to finish this case?
I feel like we have to. We're running out of people.
Running out of people.
People gathered in the dining hall where Shun recounted what just happened.
John has already introduced the situation of the 3 homicide cases. Yeah, there's only 8 people left.
Which could mean that there's 2 murderers.
I mean, that there's 2 murderers.
Because what could be happening... Okay, so like... Okay, picture this. New theory time.
New theory time.
So, hypothetically, because honestly, in my mind, I don't know why, I feel very suspicious about Taman and him possibly being involved in all of this. because I think maybe he is playing the role of an overly religious, like, fanatic who's paranoid.
Yeah.
Because...
That's why, like...
Yeah. Because what I think maybe could be going on, right, is... what could be happening is that the incident that happened years ago, that, like, where one of them, like, where some people died and, like, because of the Loon King stuff, was potentially, you know, sabotage done on purpose. I'll say I have two theories, like, specifically. I think it's one of the Woos. I feel like that's pretty safe to assume. I think it could be two of them, or at least two people. But, like, so I think that theory one, the one I'm more, like, leaning towards right now, is that Taman, like, basically sabotaged a ship. He purposely switched himself around so someone else would die, and he could play, like, oh, thank goodness I didn't die. I was so lucky. That could have been me. Ooh, whatever, you know? But ever since, now he's basically setting up a situation where he, and possibly an accomplice, end up being the sole survivors from this horrible ship curse that's about to happen, that's going to kill everybody, right? I think that's maybe the vibe that's happening right now, because the motive for the reason as to why is a different story. But I think what maybe is about to happen is maybe a situation of, oh, woe is me, my whole family and all these people died, boo-hoo, but I survived because of my faith and because of my stuff, right?
Yeah.
In that situation, I think either his accomplice is his sister or possibly Elle, who he could be... Oh, fuck. It could be Elle, actually. You know why? Because fucking earlier on in this fucking thing, like, towards the beginning and halfway through, he was constantly, like, badgering Elle of, like, hey, you have to bring me the stuff. Where's the stuff? You have to, like...
Yeah.
Where's the stuff that I promised? Go get this. Go talk to whoever. Which means they could have been accomplices, and that could have been the strategy. Like, that could have been the, them communicating and using that to communicate and, like, exchange certain things or move stuff around. Because I think that would make sense for the coin to possibly be related to him, because he just, with the stuff he wears, I wouldn't totally put it past him for him to have stuff on, that stuff or some sort of stuff on him.
Lucky coin and stuff like that, yeah.
Like, just the red strings and stuff seem like they would, you know, suit his outfit. That's the one I'm leaning towards right now. That one just feels right to me. But here's my other thought too. Obviously, the motivations as to why is a different story, but that's my thought. The other one is, like, Liang Xin is pretty suspicious in general, right? I think he's maybe the more obvious answer, which is maybe why my mind leans away, because I feel like they're maybe setting him up too hard, but that also could just be that that's just what the pieces are, and that's what is actually going on, and, you know, I should just be accepting that this is the reality. But I think it could possibly be him, and it would, in that situation, I think it would definitely be money related, because, you know, obviously it was mentioned sort of briefly that the reason why you might try to get rid of the one lady is financial reasons, right? To, like, because she would be taking all of the money, whatever. So potentially it could be motivated from that regard, of taking him out, maybe trying to also take his siblings out, as well as, like, you know, to try to get the money for his debts and for his traveling expenses, whatever those might be. My reasons for why I am skeptical about that, or the holes in that theory specifically, is would that also mean that Elle is the fucking sidekick? But I'm not sure. For some reason, in that situation, I feel like it would be the sister who's the sidekick. I don't know why, but that goes against the whole money theory. But the other hole in that theory is then why all of the Mahjong cards? Why bother with that at all?
Yeah.
Because he's not superstitious, so why would he, like, he couldn't really play it off as it being a curse because he's the one who doesn't believe in curses. Instead, I will say it could be that there's not two people, but instead the reason for leaving one other person is to have a fall guy, which I think in that situation could be his motivation with that. Of being like, I want to play, basically set it up where there's only 2 of us left and I can point the finger at someone else to be like, they definitely did it, arrest them.
Yeah.
Because, which in that case, it could be his brother that maybe he's trying to keep alive so he can get his brother out of the way too. But anyway.
I mean, we're about to find out who don't have cards.
Yeah,
now,
we sure are. I think we are. Which I think will narrow down a bunch of things a lot. I just want to get that out there because my main put in stone, this is my current theory that I'm hooked on, is I think Tamen is maybe behind all of this, or the mastermind behind this for whatever reason. I feel it.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't know is the motivation as to why. But I'm feeling it in my bones. Like, I'm just feeling something there that is just lingering. The only other option I have would be, the sister, but that's based purely on the fact that, like, oh, she's so quiet and sweet, and she's, oh, you know, she's very much playing the, like, I'm just a girl kind of thing, so I'm like, it could be her, like, because, you know, she's playing this, like, sweet, naive, like, and they even kind of alluded that to the beginning.
Also really good at poker.
Yeah, exactly. They did allude to that at the beginning, that, like, oh, she plays really sweet and dumb, but she's really not. She's really good at poker, and she might even have gambling debts, who knows?
Who knows?
Which we might, again, that we could also
maybe she's cheated and is in trouble for it.
Maybe. So that might also be a motivation. So it's like, anyway, I think one of the woos is the most clear answer because it obviously can't be Afu, it can't be the shipmaster, it's definitely not going to be Joseph because we need him around, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then L, while could be an accomplice, I don't think that L is the mastermind because that doesn't make any sense. Like, But so one of the woos is definitely involved, if not the head of the operation. Absolutely. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
Okay. All right, I was
The
waiting
9,
to see
8, and 7 characters appear next to the 3 victims, respectively. Earlier, John and I found mahjong cards, the 2 and 3 of characters, in our pockets. Okay, so he is the 3. Okay. Mini grab. These cards are most likely countdown for the culprit's murder plan. I would like to ask you all to see if you have any cards on your person. Yes, it's the one. What the? How did this card appear out of nowhere?
Likely. A likely story.
Oh, no, it's 6. 6 of characters? Then wouldn't that mean that I'm the next target?
But I mean, hypothetically, if you were like a big brain mastermind, you would be like, oh no, it was, I just snuck everyone these cards and now they found them. Oh, it would have been me next. Ooh. Like, ooh.
Oh, sorry, her surprise face.
I have a card too. It's the 5 of characters, right after Master Wu.
3, 2, who has the...
See, someone's trying to frame this child. See, there's totally a big fucking bluff happening right now.
Yeah. This is you.
Oh. Yes, correct. My card is the 4 of characters.
Mine is the 1 of characters. Going by order, it seems like I'm the last one. It appears all the missing characters' mahjong cards are here. Okay, this throws off my theory a little bit.
What was your theory?
Okay. No, I was gonna say that, I mean, it makes sense as to why not, but like, touch Mooney.
Also, this game has so many endings, Mooney, and we did not realize.
Mooney, there's so many endings!
Because I was thinking that, like, it'd be one of the woos to not have a card. Not all of the woos to have it. It makes sense theoretically, like, why Shipmaster Low and Afu might not have one, because we are trying to pin a lot of this on Afu, and it's like, hey, he simply could not have done this. And, like, Shipmaster, like, someone's got to be able to drive the ship, and none of you guys do how to, so...
Mm-hmm.
But it's very much like, okay, clearly at this point in time, not everyone left is going to die. They simply cannot do that if they
Right,
want
of
to be able
course.
to leave.
Yeah.
So probably one more person dies, and that's it. Which would then theoretically be, again, Utenman, right?
Right.
Which means I'm assuming now that it cannot be him. Because they wouldn't place. It's possible, yes. However, the idea of like, okay, they are now making him really stressed out about like, this is why I'm going back to like, oh, he has debts he has to pay, and now he's being stressed, and like, okay, I'll give you the money or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is possible instead that 6. Who had the 5 again? Was it?
It was L.
Oh, it was L. Okay. So like, it's possible that instead L is discovered dead and Wu Tenman actually goes missing. But
Yeah.
even then, or like L gets injured, and because Wu Tenman is nowhere to be found now, they think, oh no, he must already be dead, kind of thing.
Right.
So,
or I'm like, my theory was also that even though they have the cards in their pockets, that the murderer at the time was more like planning to basically like, I'll kill someone and switch them out. Which that might be overthinking it, but
it is still another possibility. It's just like, I'm trying to not consider that one at the moment because that's too many options.
Right.
Too many options with that. Possible? Too many options. Keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Okay, we'll continue for now. Wait a second. How all of you guys have cards except for me, and I don't. Or I don't. Who knows? Isn't it because you're the one who placed them? Okay, my dude,
you bitch. You're such a little bitch.
I don't have a card on me either. They're torturing me by making me watch as my passengers and crew are killed one by one. Listen up, you murderer. If you want revenge, just come after me. And who will drive the ship? Trapped in water. Nails and coffins. This wasn't done by man. My guy. It's the Loon King. The Loon King is after our lives. Loon King? The Loon King isn't after fathers' adherence, though. Right, Tenman? Longshu, you. Why would you say that? Are you possessed by something? Everyone, please, calm down.
Why am I the Loon King, Mooney? God, I'm stuttering. I've been stuttering all day.
It's okay. It's because you haven't had enough sugar.
I haven't had enough sleep.
I have to order you a foot-long cookie stat.
Shh, I don't think that'll fix my stutter, but I appreciate it.
The supernatural aren't behind this, but a serial homicide has indeed taken place on this ship.
You did, Mooney. You gave me your stuttering.
For your own safety, please remain in the dining hall and assist our search for the culprit. Mr. Joseph, before you begin, we need to make sure that you're trustworthy. Shipmaster, Mr. Joseph is the new prosecutor of the Shanghai International Settlement.
Take an internet muscle relaxer. Thanks, Mooney.
Nobody is more trustworthy than he is.
Again, like do I need to say?
Me pointing out, like, okay, you either, like, this is going so hard in the Kristoff direction, and I'm like, sure, if you say so.
Totally. Also, thank you, Just a Guy 178 for the follow. I'm a bit late to that. But yeah, thank you. Anyway. Yeah.
You said, could we? And then you stopped.
Oh, did I?
Maybe you didn't, okay? I don't know. Okay, we're continuing. Shin. I know Mr. Joseph quite well, however. I understand your concerns, Shipmaster. How about this? I will organize discussions and entrust John with the task of deductions. Throughout this evening, John and I, as well as Mr. Wu Tenman, have been in this dining hall.
Shipmaster, I can also prove that Mr. Shen is a good person.
That won't get you off the case. Mr. Shen and Mr. Joseph have helped me clear of my suspicion, so I approve too. Thank you, gentlemen. Everyone sit at the table. Here you go. Here is your dinner. Yes. One of you is a murderer. Now die.
Welcome to the Last Supper. It will be the Last Supper
also,
for someone.
The way that L is not sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Mr. Joseph, Mr. Shen, how do you two plan to find the murderer?
The assassination technique and wounds of Old Ling and Madame Yin are exactly the same. This should be the work of the same murderer. Although Hao Chu's cause of death differs, a mahjong card was also discovered next to him. In cases where consecutive crimes have been committed, time is the most crucial information. Therefore, we need to confirm the alibis of everyone here. Mr. Shen, what is an alibi? Any evidence that proves you were not present at the time of the crime.
Due to the relative confirmed times of death of Madame Ying and Old Ling, I would like each of you to respectively state where you were, what you did, and evidence proving so during these 2 time periods. John and I will judge whether everyone has an alibi or not based on their statements. What if someone lies?
If someone lies, there will be a contradiction between the testimonies to reveal who is lying.
If there are no further questions, let's begin with Madame Ying's case. The last time we all saw Madame Ying was in this dining hall. Soon afterwards, she left the dining hall alone and returned to her cabin to rest. Then, the power outage took place, causing Arthur to trip over Madame Ying's dead body. Finally, power was restored. Miss Ying Chu discovered the body and cried for help. Now I would like everyone to talk about.
One second, I have to look at something.
Yeah, okay. Morgan did not in fact say cuddly. She heard things. Well, I'm sorry that sometimes my ears sometimes lie to me, and it's a problem that I have to deal with. Yeah, magic troops. An ad for the magician Julia. Is Julia? I don't think so. Because the way they point out specifically the magic troupe, right? Julia is a part of this magic troupe. You can see that in that photo there, right? Is yes. Julia supposed to be Yangtze River?
That's what I'm wondering. And my mind is also going a little further, but I might be a little too crazy. That's what I'm trying to find. What am I looking for? It was
a particularly mixing escort case once took place. There's also an ad for a magic show at the Lyceum Theater on the newspaper. Again, this magic show keeps on appearing.
Right. It's the same one because it has the same sort of the same YQ on the hat.
And no, Mooney, I do mean my ears because, don't you know my brain can't lie.
partially choked by wine. That's the missing wine stuff. Right? Supposedly, possibly?
Yeah, because there was wine next to his body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not
Oh
gonna be
wait,
able to
no.
find it again.
That's different because remember it wasn't wine. It was that there was it was liquor next to his body.
Yes.
And the bottle of wine was missing.
Yeah, because the wine and Joseph is missing wine from his room.
Yeah, Joseph's bottle of wine is missing. And it was liquor that was found next to his body. Liquor and cola.
Because I think it totally could be her. Because, like, look at the way her bangs are.
I mean, even still, it's a thing of, like, you can cover up bangs with the wig and all that stuff, because it's clear that that person is not supposed to be, like, blonde or white-haired and all that stuff.
And all of them have the same, like, smeared symbol, which could be
I think that's
blood,
just a
it could be
Mahjong
wine.
card.
Maybe?
I think that's just a Mahjong card thing, rather than anything else. I don't think
so, because why would you cover up the art and the text?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just like...
So, but I don't think it's possible.
There's no one with a part of the name Fu.
I know, we don't...
Right? Yeah. Because we never explained that either, of like why it says Fu on it.
Yeah.
Because what was the name of the magic troop again? It was in the first one. Oh, Afu. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's her author, because it was him taking it. I don't know. I don't think this is
We'll just have to continue and see what's going on.
Yeah, okay. Okay, listen. Hear me
Yeah,
out,
just
right?
say it. Just say it. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's true, but I'm going to put it out there just in case. So obviously we're learning that Old Ling was super obsessed with the Wu family. And this is presumably the same ship that sunk, that kind of thing. Again, I think there's a whole conspiracy about that. But then obviously if he's so obsessed with the Wu family, why is he also obsessed with this magic troop, right? So I think option A, the possibly obvious one, is that it is the daughter is Yin Chu, who works with magic. This might go along with her stuff.
She has such good knowledge with cards.
Yeah, her good stuff with cards and stuff. Could potentially also possibly, if she's involved with this crime, explain how all of this stuff slipped into our pockets because of sleight of hand. That kind of a thing. As well as maybe how she's able to, if she was possibly privy to the murders, how she was able to sort of like, sneakily fucking stab people. Like, but like, maybe suddenly, because that might have been what happened, was maybe he was talking with, but here's my other theory though, which I think is more crazy. And because obviously the implication is that he didn't resist. He didn't fight back. So I have a very, 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 very crazy theory.
Okay.
What if his daughter didn't die and his daughter is actually Yin Chu, who was raised by the family?
Yeah, that sounds a little too crazy.
Probably. But also, he's following the exports of this magic troop. And if Yin Chu did kill him, that might be a reason why he didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Again, it's probably too crazy. But that's why I have to preface it. But
okay,
I'm thinking about it a little bit.
I don't. Okay.
What?
Yeah, it sounds a little too crazy. Okay.
Anyway,
I understand.
We're continuing. I just need to get it out there. Anyway.
You did have to get it out there. That's okay.
sometimes we all have crack plot theories that sometimes come through.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'd like everyone to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, you
are literally going to be the final villain. I refuse to believe anything else.
Oh, I'm sorry. The way he just snaps and the power
radiates a villain energy, not just like normal villain energy, like a twist. Like, oh, he's so cool, guys. He's such a cool and awesome guy. He's so great. But also, those 29 endings are staring me straight in the face, and I'm so upset about that. Anyway.
Okay, I will say that we will have to end kind of soon to now.
Okay.
Just because I ended up starting work a lot earlier than I thought originally I was going to be able to have to.
Well, just tell me whenever you want to end and we'll call it.
Okay. What you've been through from after Madame Ying left the dining hall to when power was restored.
Group testimony. I told Mr. Shen that before the power went out, I met with Yinju. See, now she's moving her hands and that card that we saw her moving before is not there.
Yes.
I think she started slipping it into people's pockets. I think that's what fucking happened. I think she's a magician and she is really good at sleight of hand. Because it's clear that this game doesn't hide things
does hide things inside of people's top rights.
Does hide. I mean more of like usually most games they don't visually depict that stuff. It's usually hidden anyway. But this game has been very sneaky about literally putting shit right in front of us in their fucking talk sprites. So I do think that was on purpose.
Yeah.
I think those were Mahjong cards and they are now in our pockets. Anyway, I told Mr. Shen that before the power went out, I met with Yinju once. My chest felt stuffy after the game, so I went back to my room to take my... But see? Fucking his daughter was super sick! And what if... Listen, It's a crazy theory, but I don't think it's unfounded.
Yes, I understand.
Because she has asthma, which could have been caused by a different pre-existing condition.
Fine, we'll continue.
Listen.
We'll continue.
What? You don't want to call me silly? You want to call me?
No, I'm going to call you silly like 8 times, okay? That's fine. That's a part of being your friend.
This is my new science ghost. We haven't been able to do fucking AI Somnium in a while, and I need something else crazy to latch on to.
Okay, but science ghost is like, actually good theory.
Is it? Me just saying science ghost at every possible question that we have?
No, because it made sense, okay?
Here's what I'm gonna say, right? If I'm right about her actually having been his daughter, then science ghost is definitely real. That's what I'm deciding right now.
I'm not saying that science ghost isn't real, because that would make sense. Okay?
No, I'm not saying it's not real. I'm saying that if I'm right about this, then Science Ghost is definitely real, because if I could be right about this, then I'm clearly right about Science Ghost.
Okay, then. We'll figure it out.
If I'm wrong, then Science Ghost remains exactly how it was before the stream started, which was
probably true.
A thing that I say sometimes in reference to things that make me confused. Anyway. Mooney, that will then is ominous. Anyway. My chest felt stuffy after the game, so I went back to my room to take my asthma medication. Then Yinju asked me to teach her poker, but I refused because I wasn't feeling well.
Is there anyone who can testify to what you said?
Yes, there is. Afu came by, saying he wanted to take some tool out from his cabinet.
Yeah, what was that quote-unquote fishing thing?
I think it was it was like the kind of device where you do tests in it, like where you test things that might be dangerous or chemical, so you protect your hands and stuff. You have a protected glass case. Anyway.
It's just also really funny to see like him with that in there and me just staring at the image of, you got your hand stuck in the cookie jar, didn't you?
You got your hand stuck in your pickle jar.
It got stuck in the cookie jar. Now he's a suffer because he keeps on wanting to eat every single snack, even though it keeps on killing him.
Mm-hmm.
We continue.
Anyway, After Afu left, I went to the bow of the ship for some air. Liang Xin can testify for me. I felt better after a while. Then as I was about to return to my cabin, the power went out. It was really dark. I was alone and scared, so I went to the cockpit to find Liang Xin. When the power was restored, Liang Xin escorted me back to my room and we found Yin Zhao.
So you say you both found him together? Okay.
Yeah. I know, that's... See?
Very well.
They could be accomplices.
Next, please.
They could be accomplices.
Too many people are accomplices.
They're all accomplices. This is Murder on the Orient Express. They're all accomplices.
Yes, the only people not in on it are us four, quote unquote.
Yes, exactly.
Before the power outage, I was preparing dinner in the dining hall until Elle came back. I almost read every single word of that wrong. My brain wanted because my brain looked away. I was like, yes, this is the word you're about to read. I'm like, no, it wasn't. So I had to go back. And I'm like, anyway. I brought Kanji to the shipmaster in Elle's place and spoke with Yanchu when I saw her. Where was the Kanji? We didn't see it. After I went back to the cockpit.
He had a basket.
No, but where did the basket? Did we see that basket when we went there originally?
I don't remember. I think we did.
Yeah. Okay, if you say so, never mind then.
I don't know.
I don't know. After I went back to the cockpit, I took over the helm for a bit, and then the power went out. I was going to check it out, but Ying Chu came. She seemed scared, so I stayed with her instead. The rest is pretty much like what Ying Chu said, except I chased after Afu. It's hard not to suspect him when he looks so flustered, right? Very well. Next, Mr. Wu. Again, I also really love how they animated the bodies.
Yeah, they're really good.
Like, the little nods and everything, like, I don't know if it's animation-wise or if it was live 2D maybe, because it's just very good. Yeah. What's there for me to say? I was at the dining hall before and after the power outage. You two both know that already.
But you could have run out and stabbed him.
Next.
I don't know. It does make them seem more suspicious to me that their alibi is each other for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know when Madame Ling left the dining hall before the power outage. I was at the helm. During which Elle came by and Lang Shin brought me Kanji. Okay. After the power outage, Miss Yang Chu came and she looked quite scared. She was in the cockpit until the power was restored. Then Lang Xin escorted her back to the room. And next...
I was working at the dining hall, and Uncle Ling asked me to help him in the engine room.
What did he need your help with?
He asked me to lend a hand while he repaired the joint on the condenser in the steam engine.
Please continue.
Oh, no, this game has so much love in it. I love it. I adore it.
Yeah.
After that, Uncle Ling told me to go look for old Hao, but I couldn't find him anywhere. Then the shipmaster made me get his kangi, so I went back to the dining hall. From then on, I was with Mr. Joseph and Mr. Shen the whole time.
Alright, last but not least, Afu. Isn't it fine? Sorry.
He's still lisping.
You finally my turn to speak? I've been wanting to speak so badly.
Seems like Afu's tongue isn't that sharp yet.
Can you all understand my testimony?
Speak slowly. I will listen carefully.
I was experimenting with my new invention, the vacuum garbage. I need a real caliper, but it's in my instrument, so I went to get it. I remember Madame Ying was smiling while holding purple cups into happily. After getting what I needed, I went back to experimenting. Suddenly the power went out.
I messed up and got my hands stuck, so I have to go get more tools from that room.
The vernier caliper is a commonly used measuring instrument in industry, which can be used to measure the width, depth, etc. of workpieces. Its minimum reading is only about 0.2 millimeters, making it a very precise measuring tool. The oldest known existing caliper in the world can be traced back to the year 9 AD during the Xin dynasty under Emperor Wang Mang. The structure of this caliper is very similar to that of the modern vernier calipers.
Yeah, I don't like calipers. They're really hard to read.
Yeah. His poor high-rate boy. Yeah. His poor bones.
Yeah, his poor thyroid boy.
Did you leave right away, or did you stay in your room for a while?
I guess right away. I had a kerosene lamp close by, so I picked it up and left. I just walked out the door when I saw a figure right out from that room towards the bow.
It was her. It was the fucking lady. It was fucking her.
Did you get a
good look at who the person was? Did you, Afu?
No. No. It is too foggy. All I can be sure was I saw a figure. I didn't think too much about it and I went inside. You know what happened after.
Very well. Everyone's testimonies just now were extremely detailed. Now, I'll leave it to John. But, gentlemen, the way I see it, everyone here has an alibi that you speak of.
No. There is a contradiction between one of the first 5 testimonies and that of others.
Wow, okay.
I needed a veneer. I was in Madame Yin's room, so I went to go get it. I remember Madame Yin was smiling while holding poker cards. Let me look at this. Henderson, I saw Yunju and Renju Afu. I went to the bow of the ship to get some air, and I saw Lingshan being the shipmaster. No, yeah, it's totally going to be this one, because why didn't she see a figure running towards her? Because they ran to the bow of the ship. I saw a figure run from the Madame Yin's room towards the bow, which is
wait. Let's look at what's it called? Yeah. Oh no, let's just confront her. No point.
What do you want to look at?
No, because I wanted to read what exactly Elle said. But Elle said
before the power outage, I helped Uncle Ling with the repairs, looked for Old Hao, talked with the shipmaster, and returned to the dining hall to fetch Kungi. After the power outage, I was with Mr. Shen and Mr. Joseph the entire time. Which I'm thinking if it is these two together, that him taking the Kungi was on purpose to give her an alibi for being there.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be this because I went to the bow
because she was out the bow.
Yeah, I saw Longshan bring the Kungi. I was about to go back when the power went out. No one was around. That specifically, no one was around. If someone ran back to the bow, why didn't she see them running back to the bow?
Yes. Yeah.
Afu's statement contradicts that of Miss Yin Chu's. Mine?
What? Are you saying I said something wrong?
During the power outage, Afu saw a figure run from Madame Yin's room towards the bow. And yet, even though you were at the bow, Miss Yin Chu, you did not see anyone.
I'm pretty sure it's bow.
Maybe because it should be bow. The bow of the ship.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was the bow of the ship.
No.
I could just, never heard this word out loud, which is possible.
It should be bow. I've only ever heard it be bow.
We're gonna...
The bow of the ship.
Okay, we'll continue.
Calm down. It's okay.
No, it's just because, it'll be after we finish this part of the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe because it was too dark and foggy. That's why I didn't see them.
You're lying. It's a wooden deck. If someone ran towards the bow, you would have heard footsteps. Did you hear any, Miss Yun Chu?
Maybe that's the case.
Chinchu, you're sounding a little guilty.
I was too scared at the time, so I didn't notice.
Gentlemen, I know what's going on.
Go on then.
Hmm? Actually, there is a detail I forgot to say. The figure I saw left Ming's room and went inside another.
It's totally her! Because the only other room they would have gone into, Afu, was the captain's quarters!
There's only one. Like, Afu.
I feel so bad because I feel like he's trying to help and he's actually making it worse.
He's making it worse. It's like, hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, my boy Afu, have you considered that looking at the layout of the ship from this room here, there's only one other room they could have gone into?
Mm-hmm.
Just wanna make sure you know this, right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe you can see them because they hid inside Mr. Ghost's room.
Oh, was there that room in between us?
No, it's on the other side. Isn't it?
I don't remember now.
I'm pretty sure. Let me just immediately. No, because, like, when we were walking past, right?
Mr. Shen, didn't you notice someone breaking into your room to steal something? Could it be the murderer? That could be possible. However, only a bottle of red wine is missing. I wonder why the murderer would steal it.
It's okay if we can't draw a conclusion for now. Okay.
Do you want to stop here?
We'll call it here, yeah.
Okay. Listen, I know it's a crazy theory, and I don't normally get like this, but listen.
I'm sorry, it's too crazy of a theory.
I don't know why you say that. You've come up with crazier theories.
Yeah, that made sense.
No, they didn't! Do I have to
sorry,
bring up
that
Black
was
Sat
me.
again? Do I?
No, it was a very... No, the theory made sense, okay?
No, it
Just because
didn't.
I skipped a
It
lot
was
of steps doesn't
bullshit.
mean it didn't make... No, it made sense. Just because I skipped
No.
a lot of steps did not mean it does not make sense.
No. Did not make any sense.
It
Rudy
did.
agrees with me.
It made so much sense, guys. Okay, anyway. I just...
Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, any raiders who stuck around and anyone who just came and vibed and hung out with us today. Hope you enjoyed. We will hopefully play more sometime soon because I want to get to the bottom of it.
We want to get to the bottom of this.
And we will see you guys next time. Go check out Cinema's Connections. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.